Hello everybody, welcome back. So I did a thing a couple days ago, and as you can see from the title, I went on like internet, like a website that you can chat with strangers. I asked them like what their biggest fears are. So in this video you will be seeing most of their answers and how I think it was, and like probably like a little bit of intro, like how that person was during our little chatting session. Okay, so the first one, yeah, this one's pretty deep because this is like the first person that I encountered. I was like, I wasn't expecting someone to legit answer to the question because I was like a complete stranger, right? And you know, this question is pretty deep even for me. So asking someone like, what's your biggest fear, without introducing myself was pretty awkward, honestly. But yeah, I'm super grateful for whoever you are. When this person said that his biggest fear is unsuccess, it was actually a kick for me as well. So I was like, well, this is pretty relatable for like mostly everyone. So yeah, I was like, a good start. And then yeah, I remember this one. They answered like disappointing the people around them and being a burden. So I was like, oh, that's super deep. And I got a feeling that it's probably a she. So I went on like I kept chatting with them, and yeah, as you can see here, they answered that they're in therapy, which, you know, I said here like that explains a lot. It's I feel like when they said that their biggest fear is disappointing the people around them or like being a burden, I think it relates to like their current, you know, their current situation, their current condition. So when they said that they're in therapy, I was like, oh, okay, I understand what you're saying here. So yeah, wherever you are, please, I hope you are getting better. What else do we got? This one. The next person that I encountered, they said like, when I asked them, what's your biggest fear? And they said like, no. So like, oh, they sure are fearless. It got me interested. Like, I wasn't expecting someone to like say fearless. I was expecting probably like more leaning towards like other answers, like previous answers. But when they said known, I was like pretty hooked already. Like, okay, let's see what you've got here. I also remember that they asked about my age. This is also super unexpected. They said 52. I mean 52 is a great age, but it's just that clicks like, that's probably why they don't have any fears. Yeah, and here as you can see, like I said like, that explains why you got 0 fears, and there's like, lol. So I kinda asked her like, do you have any advice for people my age? And she said, pray. Which is really not expected as well. And I was like, wow, that's the advice? And I kind of asked like, that's the advice? And she said, it's good advice, you will learn that. Yeah, obviously it's a good advice. And I was just amazed, like she said that. And she said, you can pray at all time and in all places. I was like, yeah, I agree, I totally agree. Was also like kind of out of the box, but I forgot that this was another fear that I have. So relatable. That thing gives stress. I totally agree. And they said that they're in engineering, which my engineering friends were like, yeah, I understand how that feels. I mean, like, I'm not in engineering, but I can imagine like how difficult the exams be. So yeah. Thank you, stranger, for answering that. Yeah. Another one was, what's your biggest fear? And they said lonely. And I was like, why? And disconnected. This is pretty memorable because I remember that super insightful, because I got to learn like quite a few advice from this person. This person, they answered like early death, which I think it's a lot of people might probably be like fearful of this as well. When I asked them like why early death is one of the thing that you fear, and they said I don't want to miss out on life, and I said like understandable, and they said it's nice having someone to ride the journey with you. So I assumed that he probably has a wife, and I asked him, did you? And he said yes, which it's not my relationship. I don't even know who this guy is and who the wife is, but I'm like happy for him, like hearing him saying that, probably because he enjoys his life, right? So yeah, I think this one probably a lot of people have it as what scares them as well. So this person said heights. Well, I'm not really fond of like roller coasters and stuff like that, but I'm fine during a flight, so I guess heights is not really a big obstacle for me, but for some people it can be really scary. So yeah, but roller coasters are scary too. So. This one also was fun. So they asked, so I asked him, right, what's your biggest fear? And he said loneliness. Oh, and he also asked me like what's mine, and then I said it. When I said like abandonment, he said that's just loneliness with extra steps. I was like, that makes sense. And I said exactly, but I like being alone, so I think loneliness is not it's not the thing that scares me, but abandonment is. So, and they said something that's pretty click as well. He said can't be abandoned if you're alone. So I was like, is that why? I don't know, but is that why? This has been a really cool experience, and yeah, I really enjoyed the making process of this video. So if you enjoy it as well, please leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment down below if you want more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching this episode, and yeah, I guess I'll see you around. Bye bye.